Hello, I'm Mary the Knitting Developer, and welcome to Craft Night, where I talk about my knitting, crochet, spinning, whatever adventures. I'm still working on my rainbow socks. As you can see, I made a little bit of progress getting up that leg. And today we're going to talk about how to gauge, because I got too excited and I had to cast on some swatches. I thought it would be interesting to talk about how I swatch. So I normally don't swatch for a blanket. I honestly find the concept to be a little silly because you're going to end up with this massive amount of fabric that you're not going to care about what size it ended up in the end, as long as it doesn't end up too small. But for you guys, I figured I'd swatch and just kind of show you what's going on. So I knit a gauge swatch of 18 across and 27 up for in a US 8 and in a US 7. The US 7 is what's recommended in the pattern, but I know I sometimes knit pretty tightly, so I tried a US 8 just in case. Alright, so as you can see here, I knit my swatch. I've got 4 stitches of garter stitch all the way around the stockinette swatch that I care about. I don't always do the garter stitch edging, but it is nice because I can get pre-washed measurements without having to worry about pinning it down, because it'll lie mostly flat, because you know stockinette stitch will roll up as you try and count it. When I take the measurements, I start at one edge and I'll try to do the full stockinette, which should be 4 inches and is not. It looks like it's a little over 3.5 inches by almost 4. I'm going to call it 4 for good measure. And then I will count my stitches across for 2 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 stitches across for 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 stitches, so that's going to be like a 20 by 30 swatch. So this one's the size 8, it's going to be a little too big. At least pre-wash, which means after wash it's probably going to grow, and then it will still be too big. So this one's closer, but I may still have to knit a 6-incher. Hopefully not. We'll do the after wash measurement. To wash your yarn, you're going to need, hold on one second, gonna need to grab it. Alright, for the soak, you're going to need a little bit of wool wash. I really like soak. This is the Flora smell. So just the first one I could find, honestly. And you're going to put, don't need much. That should actually be more than I really need, but it's gonna smell good. And then you add your swatches in, making sure to kind of squish them a little bit, but not too much, because these will felt. This will also be a great test to see how they do bleeding, since I've never used this yarn before. And then you leave that for 10 minutes. So, our goal is to take each swatch and lightly pin it out. I like to use the edges as a guideline for straightness. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody wake up, wake up. So here here are my swatches. They are pretty much dry, so I'm gonna unpin them and give them a last minute measurement just to check. It smells so good. It looks so pretty. Do you guys sniff your yarn? The upside to gauge swatching is you get to experience what the fabric's going to be like in the end. You get a better idea of how it's going to drape and how soft it's going to be after you wash it. Gauge swatching in general just gets you a better idea of the yarn. Also, as you can see, I don't bother to weave my ends in for my swatches. I find it kind of silly. Well, that's it. I hope I helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or contact me at Knitting Dev pretty much anywhere. Also, what tips and tricks do you use for gauge swatching? Do you have any? Do you gauge swatch? Let me know below. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join me again on Thursday for Code Camp and on Saturday for Saturday Morning Geekery. Here's the link to my blog where I kind of talk about a lot of the things that we talk about here. Just more of my personal stories and knitting and crochet and, well, all the things. Hope to see you again soon. Bye! Am I center? Am I off center?
Off center. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, ready?
I already hit record.
Oh.